All right, we got a new video here called Gen Z is extremely delusional about achieving financial success. Boy, what are you talking about? Let's see. I mean, I feel like I'm not Gen Z. I'm a millennial. I'm a zillennial. You know, I'm right at the cusp of Z and millennial. So let's see if this holds any weight.
Gen Z has become extremely delusional about what it takes to
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a face reveal never, but my hairline is basically struggling just like this, man. Why do I keep saying stuff like this, brother? Do your thing, brother. I'm just
achieve
playing, bro. We
financial.
we on the same boat. We on the same boat. I'm not clowning. I'm just saying, like, getting older is crazy, bro. It's like falling off a cliff. Like, you never think that you're gonna need to stretch, or you're gonna need to eat vegetables, or you're gonna need to put botana oil in your hair, bro. I'm telling you, man, getting old is crazy. I'm venting. I'm venting. Let's go.
Success, or at least that's what this survey conducted by Empower would have you believe. Empower conducted a survey asking people what they thought the annual salary was needed in order to achieve financial success, and the answers that Gen Zers provided will shock you. Now, before we get into the details around their answer, let's first look at the psychology behind Gen Z and the struggles that they often face growing up so that we can better understand why they provided such a shocking answer in this survey. What a lot of people seem to misunderstand about Gen Zers, and as a Gen Zer myself, I understand this quite well, is there's one crucial variable that Gen Zers have to face every day that previous generations have not had to deal with growing up, and that one variable is social media or the internet. Having the internet at play, having social media at play, whether it be TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, you are now able to see lifestyle and perspectives and information that you would not have access to otherwise had it not been for social media. So when you're on these apps every single day, you're seeing exotic cars, expensive vacations. These are things that you would not had access to otherwise if social media didn't exist. While I do think that it's great to be able to open up your mind to these possibilities and give you more things to strive for, this also plays a huge factor when it comes to basic human psychology, because you're not comparing yourself, you're not comparing what you have to other people, and it makes you a lot more susceptible to scrutiny of your own life, because you're now looking at all the things that you don't have. You're now looking at all the things you don't have access to that you'll never be able to see. You're now frustrated because you're seeing a lifestyle that you think you should have access to, but you have no idea how to bridge that gap. With social
Yeah, like, honestly, it is crazy growing up like this. Like, I got to grow up, like I said, as a millennial in between Gen Z and millennial. So I watched Instagram come out, I watched Snapchat come out, I watched, Twitter, everything, Tinder, social dating apps come out. So, like, it is a good question. Like, would your mom be with your dad if she had Tinder and blue checks in her DMs on IG? That's a good question. That's a good question. Let's see what he has to say. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
that you think you should have access to, but you have no idea how to bridge that gap. With social media, a lot of Gen Zers are seeing the lifestyles of all of these celebrities, influencers, and athletes, and they're beginning to normalize that. When you normalize that and you normalize that as your standard, you now think that that level of wealth needs to be achieved in order to be financially successful, and anything that falls short of that, you're not financially successful. However, that standard is a very small percentage of people and shouldn't be used as the metric of success if only a very small percentage of individuals can attain it. These are statistical anomalies. And when have we ever used statistical anomalies as the metric for success?
Yeah, we are in the Delulu generation. Like, everybody wants to be the statistical anomaly. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, he right. Keep spitting, King.
Would be the equivalent of saying anybody who didn't score within the 99 percentile of a test wasn't successful. And we know that to not be true. That would be the equivalent of saying anybody who didn't go to Harvard or Oxford wasn't successful. And that's not true. We know people that don't score within the 99 percentile are successful. We know people that don't go to Harvard that are successful. And so measuring lifestyle by the 1% doesn't make any sense, because there are people that don't fall into that tax bracket that you would probably deem as successful. Now, the second aspect following directly in line with having access to social media and the internet is we now have access as Gen Zers. We have access to all of these social media gurus and all of these people online that are constantly bombarding us, their courses, and
Leave a comment if you know the two people he just showed. I am not familiar with these guys. Who? That might be that one dude that says he makes money on, like, crypto, like that Iman whatever guy. Because I see cars behind him.
gurus and all of these people online.
Who's this guy? Leave a comment down below on who this is, man. I might have to look these guys up.
that are constantly bombarding us, their courses and their content marketing, telling us how easy it is to make 10K a month, 100K a month, $1 million a month, setting these false expectations that if you don't reach this number, not only are you useless and you'll never be successful, but you're not even fit to live in today's society. And so when you're having that message constantly reaffirmed in your mind, that starts to make you believe that you now need to be making 5 figures a month in order to be successful, or you'll never survive in today's society. You have people telling you that 100K is a new $1,000, $1 million is new 100K.
Oh my gosh. Don't let me become one of them guys, man. Just say, keep me grounded on this channel here. I wouldn't say that $1 million is the new 100K, but I will definitely say that $227,000 is the new 100K. So it is increasing. And when I say increasing, all I really mean is that the value of the dollar is decreasing. So the struggle, the war, the fight to stay above water, to maintain a quality of living like people did back in the 80s when they were making 100K. Yeah, I can definitely see why that's being diminished and people have to earn more just to keep up with that same quality of life, because you can make 100K now and barely be able to support a family, let alone buy a home. While back in the day, you could make like 70K and support a family and buy a home. When I say back in the day, like in the 90s. So, yeah, the verdict's still out. The jury's still out on that one. Let's see.
Guys, based on that metric, anybody who doesn't virtually have $1 million is considered poor based off the message that these gurus are sending. And we know that to not be true. There's actually a study that came out that said within the US, you only need to make about 90,000 USD in order to live a comfortable life.
Boy, okay, comfortable. We're going to have to define comfortable. I'm going to look this up. What is comfortable? Yeah, I feel like if you're making 93 as an individual and you're living on your own, paying your own rent or whatever, yeah, it's not that bad. But like, throw 3 kids in there and a wife and tell her that you're going to take care of all the bills? Huh. Comfortable. Okay.
Annually, not monthly, not weekly, not even daily. But again, when we have people constantly reaffirming to us that you need to make multiple 6 figures a month, otherwise you're going to struggle. Obviously, when we have that message constantly reaffirmed, we're going to now set goals based off of the information that we're receiving. We're now going to think that the metric for financial success is a lot higher than it should be. So the very last aspect that we can consider when it comes to the psychology behind Gen Z's point of view on making money and financial success, it is going to be the current state of the economy. It's no secret that we've experienced huge economic growth within the last 15, 20, 30 years. Economy is constantly growing. And in fact, inflation in marginal increments is actually a very healthy indicator of economic growth. It means there is jobs flourishing. It means people are making more money. It means people are able to afford more, spend more, and keep the economy growing.
It means the value of your dollar is going down and your great 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 grandfather was richer than you because his dollar had much more buying power. But I don't want it to seem like I'm disagreeing with this guy and being a contrarian right now. I don't know why. I don't want to come off negative, but brother, you gotta like kind of look at the bigger picture here. Like, if you don't increase your earning power, that 93,000 to stay comfortable is only going to increase each and every year. It's going to be 103,000, 113,000, and 133,000. Like, you see, like, it's okay. Let's just keep going.
So inflation when it's small is a very good thing. Economic growth when it's small is a very good thing. We're not living in a society where things have become so expensive that the modern American dream or the North American dream that was set by the previous generation, Gen X, honestly feels no longer attainable. Houses in big cities are...
American dream was set by the baby boomers. Gen X, they kind of got the tail end of it. Millennials are the ones that are getting cooked, and Gen Z, bruh, like $200,000 in California is a down payment. That's how much the home my parents bought for their family of 5 was in totality. So once again, I'm gonna let it go. I need to stop pausing.
millions of dollars. We're having job shortages left, right, and center. Even the equivalent of making $100,000 back in the early 2000s would be the equivalent of making $180,000 today in terms of buying power. And so it's no surprise that with the pressure of the economy, there's a lot of Gen Zers that think that they need to make more money to keep up with society because things are becoming more expensive. And so when you have all of these factors together, the introduction of social media, the constant misinformation that you need a lot more money than you actually do, and then the current state of your economy, it's no wonder Gen Zs think they need to make a ridiculous amount of money just to be able to survive, quote unquote, within today's society. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Empower conducted a survey asking people what they thought the target salary was in order to achieve financial success. Alright guys, so in editing this video, before I read out the results of the survey that Empower did, I figured it'd be best to actually describe what financial success is, because for the entirety of the video I've been using financial success and being financially comfortable interchangeably. So with that being said, the definition per Google of financial success is being able to live comfortably and reach your financial goals within the time frame you want to reach them without money being an obstacle. Let's just operate with that as the definition for financial success for the rest of the video. So coming in at number one, boomers said that you need to make $99,874 in order to be financially successful in today's market. And I'm not gonna lie, that also screams a level of delusion, but that's not what today's video is about, given in today's current economic climate. Today's video is about Gen Zers. So Gen Xers believed that you needed to make $212,321 in order to be successful. This number, a little bit more realistic on the higher end, but a little bit more realistic as I would say what is needed in order to survive in today's economy if you live in a big city. If you don't,
and if you want a family, like I just think like we're no longer family oriented, so like a lot of people are just thinking about themselves. But like, yeah, if you want a family and be able to do it and not have to say no to, and just kind of like live the life that you want to live with a family, yeah, 212 is, yeah, combined income too, if you consider that. Yeah, I see why Gen X said that. Let's see what the millennials say.
don't live in a big city, you obviously don't need this much, but that's a little bit more indicative of what you might need. Millennials generation before us believed you needed to make $180,865 in order to be competitive in today's economic market.
Yeah, the millennials, man, we okay.
And finally, when it comes to Gen Z, they believe you needed to make $587,797 in order to be.
I rock with Gen Z, bro. Oh God. Oh man, I gotta edit out that cough. I rock with Gen Z, bro. They said you need to make $500,000 to be comfortable, because I need that Urus. I need that Lamborghini.
Successful. That's almost $600,000 annually. Something that most people will never even see. And as shocking as that is, when you really break down the influence of social media paired with just how expensive things have gotten, it's no surprise that most Gen Zers think you need to make $600,000 in order to be good, in order to reach that financial metric. So with all that being said, is Gen Z really that delusional, or are they just adapting to the new financial needs of today's economic market? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed that video and you want to see more videos like that, let me know by liking, commenting, or subscribing. So
a lot of people ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you enjoyed my crazy take on Gen Z is extremely delusional about achieving financial success. And shout out to Brother Man here. His channel name is 905 The Prince. THA 905 The Prince. And yeah, he handled his business, kind of broke it down in a great way. I did not see Empower's breakdown on what each generation considered financial success. Yo, Gen Z is trying to blow up, man, because they be seeing these streamers, bro. They be seeing these streamers, bro, get that bag. They be seeing all the people get that bag, all these kids, these vloggers, all this internet money. And they think that they need to make that same amount to make a comfortable living. And quite frankly, you don't need that much, but yeah, it's we're in a tough world, man. I have too much to say. I don't want to close off this video with a 30-minute rant, but What I will say is subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned on what you're gonna need to know. Or no, I'll say it like this. Subscribe to the channel and you will learn what you need to know to be financially successful in whatever you consider for you and yours financial success. Thank you very much, guys. Till next time, I'm out.